Am I audible, Aditi?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. I'm P. Shravan Kumar, the founder of SK Associates and Group, and your host for Conference 1.5 on Ecopreneurship, Emerging Trends in Sustainable Entrepreneurship.
And I am Aditi Jain, the Chief Strategic Alliance Advisor of SK Associates and Group, and I am Shravan's co-host for Conference 1.5 on Ecopreneurship, Emerging Trends in Sustainable Entrepreneurship. We would like to request all the speakers and attendees to switch on your webcams and stay on video throughout the conference. Now, we would like to quickly introduce our guest for the second session of Conference 1.5.
Firstly, we would like to introduce Mr. Justin Wong, the founder of EcoCode and Cardian from Asia. They are e-commerce businesses and social enterprises that focus on maximizing benefits to the society and the environment. He loves to educate consumers in the area of sustainability and plant-based diet. Personally, he's also a runner, health enthusiast, minimalist, blockchain and crypto enthusiast.
Our next guest on the panel is Mukesh Gupta, currently works with Barefoot College International, where he leads their Agri Livelihoods division. He works at the intersection of regenerative agriculture and rural entrepreneurship for community and climate resilience. Prior to joining BCI, he has worked in development research, journalism, and investment banking. His entrepreneurial journey consists of three organizations that he started, one each in the fields of marketing services, urban natural farming, and social sector. A development economist by academic training, his life goal is to work with community collectives for combating climate chaos and ensuring positive transformation at the bottom of the pyramid.
We also have Daniel Top, a business economist who has over 20 years of experience as an entrepreneur, ecopreneur, and founder, as a consultant and as a visionary strategist with strong skills in tokenomics, hybrid companies, decentralized systems, and sustainable value creation chains. In the past, he owned and managed a sales agency and operated a global trade agency for renewable commodities. In recent years, Mr. Daniel has devoted himself to developing and promoting sustainable strategies in modern societies with a focus on currencies as economic tools to foster prosperity. Voluntarily, he managed an international group of monetary experts as the initiator and the founder of the Decentralized Bank project in autumn 2013 in Switzerland. He combined his experience with his international network. Today, he supports companies to digitally transform and build tailor-made IT solutions with his team for consumers. He also is a welcome speaker and recognized DLT or crypto consultant, as well as one of the very few currency architects in the world.
Our next guest on the panel is Namrata Agrawal, the founder of Vishist Lifestyle, an eco-friendly brand offering natural skincare products made using clean and pure ingredients and delivered in zero-waste packaging. She enjoys traveling, watching sitcoms, journaling, listening to podcasts, reading books and articles on self-development, mental health, etc. She is an animal lover.
We also have Darshan C, director of Jagrut Tech Private Limited, as an ecopreneur and inventor of low carbon footprint products and who has experience in mechanical design engineering. He also has 5 years of experience in waste management and as a team lead with a demonstrated history of working in the design industry with a mechanical background. Darshan is skilled in upcycling low waste value material, being a strong engineering professional with a bachelor's degree focused in mechanical engineering from Vishveshwaraya Technological University.
We would like to request all the guests and attendees to kindly switch on your respective webcams during the conference. We would also like to inform all of you that the HRM is conducting polls in the comment box throughout the session. Do actively participate in the same by giving your opinions on the poll. Now, we would like to invite Mr. Justin Wong, founder and Chief Sustainability Officer of EcoCode, to share his insights.
Justin, you're not audible. If you could just check your mic once. No, not yet. Is he audible, Aditi?
No.
Just check out your mic once. Not yet.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible. Clear.
Hold on. Okay. Good evening, everybody. So I'm from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. The local time here is about 10 p.m. in our local time. Okay. Yesterday, actually, thank you for inviting me for this speech. So yesterday we reached 8 billion of population in the world. So thought of the day is how will this impact our environment and also our climate? So we have never have such population in the world. Right? Every one of us is consuming a certain level of what we call food and resources in the world. So this will impact our whole environment. So this is the thought of the day. On today, I'm going to share. I'm collecting a lot of data because we're running an e-commerce business based on the natural material in the region, in Malaysia region, like Thailand, Indonesia, and Singapore, and so on, Vietnam. So we are making crafting product from this kind of material in the region. So our customer mainly in US, Europe, Australia, and so on. So we've been in this business for 5 to 10 years already. So we collected a lot of data from our customer, especially from the western side of the customer. They give us a lot of valuable information that we can learn from in the developing country. So most of our customer is from developed countries. So today I will share the journey of what we call eco warrior. They call themselves an eco warrior, where they have own choice of choosing eco-friendly product than policy from the government. So in our developing country, mostly is government policy driven in this field. But in the developed country, they are self-driven. It's very different landscape compared to our developing countries. So what's the term of eco-warrior? It means that it's a self-described description for environment activists that adopt a hands-on effort to save the earth and fight climate change. The keyword is hands-on. So it's not by the government, it's by the consumer themselves. So I will list out a journey of the 4 type of journey to become an eco-warrior. We used to have less awareness in this kind of what we call eco-friendly environment. But nowadays we have a lot of news, a lot of Facebook, a lot of social media. Even the local government are promoting this. Even they are talking in COP27 lately in Egypt. But to a normal user, what do this really means for them? Most of them, they don't understand what it's talking about. They may know, we need to use less plastic. Bring your shopping bag to your shopping. But how many of us really doing that in the developing country? So it's more towards we call awareness, education, and offer more eco-friendly solution. This, I believe, all around the world, we are doing quite okay, quite good enough in the awareness side of things. Everybody know what is eco-friendly, but what eco-friendly really means to every single individual. So this is what our business is trying to educate the customer, the consumer. Every day, everybody like you and me. So it's what we call in the micro awareness space is very important for our sense. We have a look at for our feedback from our Western customer, their mindset is very different from our Asian type of mindset. I will ask our customer, who teach you about eco-friendly in the US, in Australia, even in Europe. I get a lot of feedback that they say, my mother teach me, my father teach me. So they start eco-friendly concept at the home. Instead, listen from the government policy. So we, in the developing country, we are using top-down policy. But in the Western, they're using bottom-to-up policy. The people are influencing government policy. It's not the other way around. In the developing country like us, in Malaysia or in Indonesia or in Southeast Asia, or even in China, the government are the one who are we call influence their citizen. It's very different kind of case in the Western country actually. So this is what we are monitoring. So our customer tell us that what climate change impact personally each one of us. I believe that not all, many of us be impacted severely by the climate change. We still have our house, we still can work, correct? But there is a lot of people that directly impacted in this kind of environment, like maybe you drive to work, you have traffic jam. I believe in India, you have a lot of serious polluted air. Pollution is very, very concerned in India, I believe. Same in KL. We have flood. We have flood each time of raining. But if you are not living near the seaside or near the river, you are not affected directly. Correct? Flood for you is just maybe a few hours inconvenience. But for a lot of people, this direct impact to their lifestyle, their livelihood, even they lost life in this kind of environment, I call disaster. So what we see that for those people who are impacted by this climate change, they will do something to change their habit. It's a habit change. It's a life-changing habit. Compared to other people, there is maybe 80% of people, they know about it, but it doesn't affect their life directly. So this is driving what we call consumerism change in the mindset of people. More and more people are impacted by this kind of what I call climate change and pollution. People are getting unhealthy. The elderly is impacted most. So you have to reach a stage that the condition make you unhappy, then the change will happen. In that sense. Okay. From a business point of view, from my business point of view, we are educating customer that we are using different kind of method. Because we are e-commerce, we use a lot of packaging. So I will explain, our customer appreciate that we use packaging. There's a lot of packaging lying around, nobody wants it. But we use it. The customer said, I appreciate it than buying new. So this kind of what I call strategy need to promote to your customer. It bring more sense to them. Instead of choosing what you call craft paper to pack your product, we are using reused bubble bag from the industry. We just take from them free of charge, clean a bit, and then use it. But the customer still receive plastic bubble from their side. They say, hey, why you give me plastic pocket? You should be an eco-friendly product. But I say, if nobody use it, I'm not using it, it will go to the landfill. So it's very, very important for us to educate our customer what we are doing in our process. a mindset change from a typical family to another. It's very important that we have what you call eco-friendly mindset family to educate the children. It's very, very important. Children are going out, nobody educate me. My mother didn't educate me. My father didn't educate me. My grandparents didn't educate me. We have to find our own ways. It takes us maybe 5 to 10 years to learn that. So in this generation, if we become parents, we have to educate our children, as same as the Western people doing. They start from the family. It's very, very important. Not waiting for the government to say a policy, educate the people. It's the other way around. The parents should educate the children. But how the parent going to educate the children without the learning themselves? Eco-friendly mindset is like inherited. You can inherit house, money, wealth, but knowledge also is inherited to them, actually, if you look at it correctly. So it's very important that you know what is happening, what is what we call eco-warrior mindset, before you can inherit this knowledge to your children. It may take a generation for us developing country to catch up to that level. So it's very important. So
That's a great point, Justin. Justin, I had one question for you.
Yeah.
As is always said for entrepreneurs, an entrepreneur might make a lot of efforts, but ultimately, a single individual, as most people believe today, cannot make or bring a great change. I would like to quote a small quote here. A small body of determined spirits, fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission, can alter the course of history. This is a famous saying of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation for India. How would you like to explain it in your words, in your journey? How have you made a difference?
Take baby steps. Take small steps. What you can do first. What you can do easily for you. Just do it, be consistent about it. I can do a few example here, like we all know, like bringing your reusable shopping bag to shopping, correct? So it's about hassle and inconvenience. Do you do it for inconvenience, or you take the hassle to make it a habit? It's very, very different approach. So what I saw in Malaysia here is most people are doing the convenient way than hassle way. Or if I remember to bring it, I will use it. Instead of you making an effort, plan well, you keep fuel in your car, in your luggage bag, in your bag, to make sure you are consistently doing that. So it's between a hassle and convenience. So the education need to come from the family. It's better to plan ahead than you want to use it, you don't have it. Yeah, they can pay for, I think, 10 cents for the plastic bag. But the impact afterward become, the more you do it, they say, I already pay for it, let's pay for next. The next also pay. So it's take a what you call a habit to change something that as simple as bringing shopping back to your grocery shopping. It's very, very important. The second example I want to give is I think, do India have food panda? I think yeah. So I think we all of us during the pandemic we order a lot of food panda, food delivery, correct? But do us as a consumer do we go and do some study which hawker center or which restaurant are doing more sustainable packaging? So do we take extra effort to support those promoting more sustainable packaging? So I believe
Actually, that's a point too. Even in today's age, mostly we see people preferring plastic over these biodegradable, like paper bags, just because paper bags do cost 1 or 2 cents or 1 or 2 rupees, depending on the currency, definitely. That's where ecopreneurs do majorly bring a change. According to you, Justin, like as I said, plastic is preferred more over paper bags because paper bags do cost a cent or a rupee. a very small amount, definitely for people, but they do still prefer it. How would you describe this habit of people?
So in Malaysia, we do have some cheaper than plastic. Like what you call, we have nasi lemak. I don't know what you understand what nasi lemak. It's a piece of craft paper. We have some coating on top. You can wrap food on top. So you use paper, you eliminate plastic. Okay. Later on, I will share more about this kind of what you call online food ordering. How they can improve further. I have some idea I am sharing at the end of my sharing lah. Okay. And what I call the next is what I call is a planet-based diet. If you look up to the internet, planet-based diet is mean that eat wholesome, eat what is local to you. Like those in India, what is the food that available is produced in India? Eat those. They are the fresh, they are the best, they are the most nutritious, they are the nearest to you. Okay? Compared to import food. Just as an example, that I make some example like in Malaysia, let's take India as an example. I know national India fruit is mango, correct? Am I correct? Mango. So choose mango over strawberry. But you see a lot of people go and choose strawberry. Maybe they never taste strawberry before. They prefer strawberry because it's nicer to look at, prettier to look at, more Instagrammable, and so on. The mango may be made in local, a lot of dark spot, but the nutrition is more better than the strawberry because the strawberry travels all the way from I don't know where, in the bowl, in the sea, come over to you, wash in chemical, and then sent to your house. This is the issue that we are looking at. In Malaysia, our national fruit we call papaya. Do you have papaya in India? I'm not sure about that. Papaya. Okay. Our national fruit is papaya. We choose papaya over apple. But in the reality, we see a lot of people still choosing imported fruit than local fruit. This also is education from the family. Because the government always tell you to buy local, but they don't tell you why you buy local. Yeah? Support local for business. Buy local food. For what? It's the responsibility of the family, the father, the mother, to tell the children what is better off. Like it's cheaper, more nutritious, better for the environment, nearer to us, less carbon footprint. There's a lot of things we can go on. So this is also a habit from the family. So I always focus from the family first, then the policy side. Because in the developing country, we're using top to the bottom. But in the Western, they're using from the bottom, they will influence the top policy. So it's kind of different culture we're looking at. This is what we are observing. Even my customer is educating me, not me educating my customer. But most of the developing country customer, we are the one who doing the education instead of the other way around. But you have foreign customer in the UK, in the US, in the Europe, they are the one to educate to you. You get more information from them compared to others. So this is what happened in their family, they say.
That is a notable one, Justin, because anyway, however many alternatives are present in the market, it's our choice that actually makes a difference. So if people do choose eco-friendly products over, like non-biodegradable products, that's when they decide to make a change in the longer run.
Correct.
And that was a great speech, Justin.
Yeah. So let me sum up. The importance of education from the family is very, very important. So in order for you to inherit this knowledge to your children, the current parental level need to do some study, do some research by their own, get the knowledge before you can inherit to your children. If we do this generation, it may be too late for us. You understand why? Because 1.5 degree, I don't think we can achieve in 2050, in that sense. So the last part I will say is what we see will coming soon. Actually, what we are lacking in the industry that is governing coming soon. First is we lack of international standard, what we call is ISO for sustainability and carbon reduced management system. Yeah, we do have some standard that is near to them, like the 14,000 environment management system, but it's not totally towards sustainable. It's more towards how you manage your waste during your manufacturing, noise, and that's all. It's not about really sustainable. So that the GRI, the climate financial disclosure for ESG investment, all those are focused on investment. There's no proper standard to govern to show you how to become a sustainable organization for end to end. There's no. They don't even have any certification for that. So all the organization is by their own. You think this is good, then you do this, do this, do this, do this. This is what lacking in the industry. They have segmented different standard, but they do not have a total sustainable standard, international standard that is available now. Because I'm from a lead auditor background, I know all the standards. I cannot find one. I want to implement in my organization, I cannot find one. I only can cherry pick, choose from different standards. Okay. The second is not just say the Food Panda. Like you're doing shopping in Amazon, very famous in India. Flipkart is very famous in India. But during your buy things, the system do not tell you that which product is more eco-friendly or how many carbon footprint for that particular product. So I've foreseen that all these platforms, Food Panda, Flipkart, and also Amazon, whatever marketplace they are popular in your place, they should have a way called a remark in the product or the listing that is, you buy this product, how many carbon footprint you save, reduce. That kind of to helping consumer to make more wise choice because they don't know.
Justice, we could just sum up in a minute. We have got 4 speakers yet on the panel.
Yeah, one final one. Because I'm a blockchain fan, so there's a lot of eco-friendly blockchain and crypto. Just name a few. Ethereum is now eco-friendly. Cardano is now eco-friendly. Algorand now is eco-friendly. Chia, SolarCoin, and Solana is eco-friendly. So all those organizations should take a look on this kind of blockchain to improve their operation and also be a part of more eco-friendly system than the traditional financial way. You know, our traditional financial way take a lot of power, use a lot of power compared to the more superior technology. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Yeah, that was actually a great speech, Justin. The point you highlighted about auditing standards, like measuring sustainability, that's actually a fact that nobody ever mentioned till now. We didn't even notice it till that. But again, that would definitely bring a change as we also have the ISO standards. But again, new standards are still needed. Auditing updates are all that the industry needs. Anyway, we would like to thank Mr. Wong for his beautiful and marvelous speech. This was quite informative and covered multiple new facts, and request him to share his mail in the comment box for any queries our attendees might have. Moving ahead, I would like to invite Mr. Mugisha Pacific, founder of Muafrica Repurposed from Uganda, to commence his speech. Yeah, Mugisha, if you could just straighten out the camera, rotate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you able to listen to me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mugisha. If you could just rotate your camera. Your webcam is, like horizontally placed right now. You just make it work. Yeah,
Like that?
Better. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, is it good evening, good morning, what? For it is good evening.
Good evening in India.
Yeah, my name is Mugisha Pacific. Yeah, I'm a refugee here in Uganda. And I'm an entrepreneur co-founder of Mafrica Repurpose. So what Mafrica does, Mafrica is a project aims at recycling plastic waste into locally made artistic, fashioned, durable products. So we make bags out of plastic. We make wallets. We make even belts. We just make different fashion products. So, and we also empower young youth refugees by hands-on skills of just training them how to make those things too, so that they can generate their own income future after the training. So we do this by collecting plastic waste, because here in Uganda almost like 7,040 tons of plastic waste. So, and when those plastic are there, they just, like people, when they are burning them, because those harmful gases, where people can just get diseases out of those gases, like asthma, different diseases. And when it can also spoil the soil. People cannot plant when those plastic are there in the soil, and stuck there in the soil. So for us, what we do, we get some people who help us out, who help us to collect those plastic. After collecting them, we pay them, and then for us, what we do, we just wash them with water and soap, and then we just bring the, and then after washing them, just have someone who, like my project member, who design like some bags, like over the designer. After we cut them to different design, then the production manager stuff, that is his work now. Then after the thing under process, we just bring them with chitenge. I don't know if you know chitenge. Chitenge is African prints. Don't know. I think let me get some product and I show you. For example, let me come, sorry, so that it can be made very easy. Sorry.
Mugisha, meanwhile, would you like to elaborate on how wide the networks of Muafrica Repurpose are currently spread out through Uganda, Nigeria, Africa,
Sorry,
and the neighboring
pardon?
regions, definitely?
Yeah, I was from picking some product of ours that was there. So I wanted to show you, like, to explain more. I don't know if, are you seeing it? This is a travel bag. So this is a plastic, the recycled one. So this is African print kitenge. This one with colors.
Yeah, I
So
see
this is how
that.
it look like, and it is waterproof. That plastic make it waterproof. Like, I think like 99 or 100%. This is what we do, and we target people from 20 to 40 years. International, like whites, because they're the one who interested in this. They're the one who's interested in these products, and also local market, like school bags. We make also school bags for kids in the primary. Yeah, those are our target customers, and also do business to business, B2B. Like you also say to craft shops, and you also say to the customers. Yeah, that is it. So thank you. Yesterday I wasn't able to join this meeting because I got some paper at the college,
Yeah, no
which was
issues,
emergency.
Mugisha. As I was
Yes,
asking, how far and
yes.
wide is the network of Africa repurpose currently spread out in Nigeria, Uganda, Africa, and the neighboring regions? Like how many consumers do you currently have, and how many people are accessing your services?
Let me repeat for me the question, right?
I meant like you showed us a sample of your products, right? Mugisha?
Yes,
My question here
yes.
was like, how many consumers have you made in the previous, like from the time Africa repurpose has started till currently? How wide are your networks spread out?
How many
How many consumers, customers?
incomes customers?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think. No, I don't think we have ever shipped like some products. Okay, let me start like the project started serious in 2019. That's when it started, and during 2020 we just got these issues of coronavirus. So that's where we stuck to. Also, now we are just resuming the thing, but so far I think we have sold like like almost. I think like might be like in 300 something 300 something products, because there is some 150 bags we sold to US, and there is some almost 75 we sold to Austria, we shipped to Austria, and the others just within the country. And we are just here to upgrade the thing and get more marketing, like international marketing, just connection, things like that. Thank you.
so Mugisha, when
Yes.
did you start Africa repurpose exactly?
Africa Purpose started in 2018, but it wasn't serious, like not professional thing before joining entrepreneurship courses, sessions, things like that. By 2019, that's when we joined the entrepreneurship sessions, and that's when it was kind of serious. We started very serious.
Definitely,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship sessions do motivate people up to like open startups and have visions. So, what is your
Yeah,
vision
sure.
for Africa repurpose further? What are you planning to do?
Yeah, Africa, like as Africa team, our vision is like to see a green society with a zero waste. That's our vision. Another thing we just want to create something like where we can empower like many youth as possible, because now so far, because of like we are not yet getting more machines so that we can train many refugees, because here there's almost like a lot of millions of young youth refugees. Some of them, they are becoming street kids on the road, they are sleeping on the road because they have nothing to do, so they don't have these people who help them. So for us, we want to empower them. So that's why our vision just to reduce also some street kids, like just okay, want to make it now to move from there, like a project now to make it like an organization, which also not just making okay, which just also empower a lot of young with refugees, start training like seriously. I will just build something which is big. We get more machines. Maybe at least we like one cohort can be at least getting like 50 refugees who are trained, and we get out of those 50 refugees and we get 30 of them who can get like we create for them job or like job opportunities, something like that. Thank you.
That's a great thing, Mugisha. You're providing employment opportunities to multiple refugees across your country.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually a
sure.
very great and impactful thing. The way you have impacted community, especially the refugees, is quite amazing. Now,
Yes.
further, Mugisha, would you like to elaborate on like how many employment opportunities have you provided until currently to such refugees?
You said what? Pardon?
How many employment opportunities have you provided to the street kids, refugees, via your startup, your vision?
because the issue which was there, okay, what we have been seeing because of the coronavirus also spoiled everything. And so far, I said like because we have issues of the machines, we have one electric machine and one manual machine. So far, we have employed like there are seven since 2019 up to now. So still just there are very few. Can say there are very few because of that. There's no sources like things to use. And the way we are now, we are just renting at a small space, so cannot do that. So that's why we are planning to make it something which is big, like so that we can train a lot of them.
That's the point. Actually, the manufacturing industry does need a lot of funds to like sponsor machinery, equipments, and tools similar to that. That's quite the point.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sure.
I would like to thank you for your amazing speech. You actually made my day by giving me this kind of motivation to provide employment opportunities to street kids, refugees, on the backward classes, especially. That was actually very
Yeah.
good listen. Yeah, Aditi,
Thank you.
if you can take over, please.
Yeah, Mugisha, anything else you want to share us? Like for ecopreneurs, what would like quality would be matter much or quantity? I would say.
Sorry, pardon?
Like for ecopreneurs, what would be much matterful? Like quality or quantity? Like either
What?
profits or like quality, like some having values of the products. What will be more, in your opinion? I would say.
Like I like talk more about it.
I'm asking, Shravan, can you please
Yes.
explain?
Aditi's question here, Mugisha, is that what is more important for ecopreneur as compared from quality to quantity? Like the quality of the products you deliver, you focus more on that, or the quantity of the products that you manufacture, the number or the like quality.
The number of the quality.
Yeah, what is more important?
That's kind of hard. That's too kind of hard. But because I had very bad, I don't know. Not sure that's kind of hard. Maybe I think about it.
Definitely, that is a hard question. But since you are
I'm
like
so
dealing
sorry.
with the eco-friendly startup system, I guess quality would be more impact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Aditi,
Okay, thank you, Mugisha. It was nice hearing to you.
Okay. Thank you too for your time. It's a great thing.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Now I would like to invite Miss Namrata Agrawal to kindly share her views, founder of Vicious Lifestyle.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, I'm just setting up my camera. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
I'm audible?
yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Namrata, and I'm the founder of Vishish Lifestyle. So Vishish is like a natural skincare brand where we offer products like serums, moisturizers, scrubs, and everything. And we prepare them using pure natural ingredients. I think 95% of our ingredients are certified organic, and the way we do it is, you guys, we all know that we have a lot of skincare brands and beauty products in the market. It's kind of a very crowded space, so what we focus on is to basically provide a natural alternative to everyday use products, as well as being eco-friendly. So when we started off as a skincare brand, we were not like 100% eco-friendly, and we were just getting to it because we were learning. And like we started in 2018, so it's been more than 4 years. So around that time, brands being eco-friendly was not so famous, or we didn't have so much knowledge and stuff, around that. So we also learned from our experience, and I think it's been more than 2 to 3 years since we have been 100% eco-friendly. Like all the packaging materials, jars, and everything that we use is recyclable or biodegradable or returnable too. We allow our customers to return the jars as well. So I think I spoke to Aditi yesterday as to what exactly are we going to talk about. So she mentioned about the emerging trends in sustainable development. So from my experience, what I feel is like when we started around 4.5 years back, what I saw, like what I noticed is we were having a lot of companies, we were having a lot of startups and brands and everything. But like in the last 4 years, there has been a huge shift for sure. Like now today, if I see new brands, I mean most of them, if not all, most of them are natural, and they make sure that their packaging is 100% eco-friendly and everything. So I'm sure, I think in the last 4 years, people have recognized the fact that eco-friendly is the way to go, and being sustainable is not a choice anymore. What I've noticed is, I mean, like I am a proper D2C brand, so I have more knowledge on that area than edtech and fintech and all. And because D2C brands do create a lot of carbon CO2 emissions because they're selling tangible products, right, which get delivered to the customers. So we have like a huge carbon footprint through our business. So what I've been noticing is like a lot of brands, they offer products in eco-friendly packaging, and some of them even have this thing where we can send back the products, and once we finish the products, we can send back the packaging and everything. So I have noticed that there is like a huge shift in our country, I mean in India at least, in last 3-4 years, where people have become conscious, and even consumers, they when they place the order, they ask us, how are you going to pack my products? Are you going to use bubble wrap? Are you going to use plastic tape? If you're going to do that, then I'm not going to buy. So please send me pictures of your packaging and everything. So yeah, I think there has been a huge shift from the consumer standpoint as well as from business standpoint. Now people have become more conscious in terms of their activities. So yeah.
Namrata, that was quite well elaborated. Since you were
Mhm.
like you are a D2C brand, most of the entrepreneurs that I have spoken to in my conference series and Aditi has like interviewed are majorly from startups which choose B2B or B2C like marketing strategies. Would you like to
Right.
elaborate on some of the hurdles that you face in the D2C marketing campaigns?
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of hurdles. Like, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I started Vishish solely out of my passion. I had absolutely no idea of how I'm going to run a business, how I'm going to market it. Absolutely zero idea. So definitely, I have made a lot of mistakes. Like in terms of the approach I have to use, in terms of how should I get the word out. But like over the period of time, I have learned from my mistakes. And what I think is, in today's time, if we are starting a business, right, like from like a D2C brand or something, we have to have a very strong marketing strategy, because we have so many brands, and the space is so competitive that we can just get lost, right? So we need to have like a strong market strategy from even before we launch the brand. I would say, like, we need to have like maybe the social media pages set up even before we launch, and kind of create a buzz that we are coming soon, and have certain sneak peeks, like this is how our product looks like, not like completely revealing what it is, but dropping hints, so that it creates a buzz. And then once we launch, we have to start marketing from the day one, like however we can get the word out, through social media, through paid advertisement, through collaborations. There are many ways, and I think the only way to survive and even to make revenue or to make profit is to start marketing from day one.
That's actually quite a notable point, Namrata. Even as an entrepreneur, my experience is that from building websites in my third year myself during my graduation to like coming to this marketing phase, that's where most of the startups, even me, like I'm too confused on that part. Again,
Yeah.
Namrata, going back to the point where you elaborated that your Vicious Lifestyle provides eco-friendly services. Which industries exactly do you provide eco-friendly services in terms of products?
So we are direct to consumer, so we directly we do not have like the B2B arm, unless we get like on an ad hoc basis. If we get bulk orders, that happens probably once a year. Other than that, it's like direct to consumer. People can just come to our website and place the orders, and it's like basically just skincare. We have around 10 to 15 products, and that's about it. We do not offer a lot of flavors or colors and varieties, and for us it seems like a waste. I mean, it's skincare, right? You don't need a lot to go. I mean, it's just like we have identified the products that people really need, like moisturizers, serums, lip balms, and that's all we provide. And we try to like offer products that have multiple uses, rather than offering four varieties of the same product, because at the end of the day we are not going to use it. We are just going to hoard them. It's just going to lie on our vanity, and then they are going to get expired, and then they are going to get thrown away. So it's just like the most important bare minimum products that we use, and it's only like our segment is it's just skincare, like purely skincare. That's all. I mean, that's
That's
the only
actually
industry.
quite a targeted consumer segment,
Yeah.
Namrata. So it's like, how many years had it been
Uh,
Wishes doing?
so so we started in May 2018. So it's been more than 4 years now. We'll be completing 5 years in May next year. And it started also out of my personal needs. So I used to work, like I was an accountant earlier in an MNC, and I was fine. Like I worked there for around 4 years. Yeah, I worked there for 4 years, and it just came out of my personal need. I didn't know much about the natural products and chemical, and the fact that they are different, and the fact that the difference is quite huge, and stuff like that. And it just born out of my personal need of having natural skincare products. And I personally, I have always tried to live a eco-friendly lifestyle personally. Like I don't believe in buying a lot and just hoarding, and just stuff lying there, we are not using it, and using plastic. So it was just natural for me to use my lifestyle and bring those values in my brand. It's better, right? Like we have a choice where we can be eco-friendly, and today I think we have an eco-friendly alternative for everything. There are no excuses anymore that we have eco-friendly toothbrushes, we have eco-friendly bags, everything, garbage bags. We have eco-friendly options for everything, and today they have become quite affordable also. We can't even say that they're expensive. They are quite affordable. So that's a choice we have to make. And I believe that as a business, every business should make that choice, because if we have a choice of being planet first, then why not do it, right? So when I felt that this is the lifestyle I live, so this is the lifestyle my customer should live too. So we should bring those values to our business, and incorporate those values in a brand. So that's why we became even more serious about being eco-friendly, because we need to understand, like every single person and their activities do matter, right? I mean, we can make a difference. It's not like one person. What difference can one person make? We can make a lot of difference. And of course we can lead by example. If we go out and say that our packaging 100% compostable, eco-friendly, and this and that, like everything, we are always learning. We can never be perfect. We learn from people, and we can never be perfect. But even when someone reads the fact that so and so brand is eco-friendly, and they use paper-based packaging rather than plastic-based packaging, even someone who's not so inclined towards the environment, it leaves an impact even to those people. Like for a second they think, oh nice, they have paper-based packaging, maybe I should try. So it's a good thing. I mean, we can all do it. It's not tough.
Definitely, as you said, that choices do make a lot of impact, and that attitude of like one person can bring a lot of things. I just loved it.
Yeah.
That's what we all must be having. And since you
Yes.
just pointed out, Namrata, that you used
Mm-hmm.
to previously work as an accountant at MNC before switching to entrepreneurship, and since you are like in this field from 5 years, would you like to explain your switching of roles once? Because most of the people who are inclined towards entrepreneurship are also professional. But the
Yes.
major question that arises in their mind once they decide to follow their passion is, how am I going to survive? So would you like to elaborate on that point?
Yeah, I think it's definitely tough. It is definitely tough. We all know that entrepreneurship is tough, but so is working a 9 to 5. How is that not tough, right? It's just that the 9 to 5 comes with a job stability, and the entrepreneurship doesn't come with a job stability, but they both have their own challenges. So, of course, financial stability is going to be a question. Because when we have a job, we are getting salary every month, fixed salary every month. We know that on this date our salary will come and we'll be able to pay our bills. And with entrepreneurship, it gets challenging because no matter how hard you try, it's not always possible to actually project things properly. So before someone starts, I would say financial planning would be a good idea. If someone has worked for a couple of years, then I hope they have saved some money, right? And then, I mean, the first money towards your business should be your own. Like, if you yourself don't believe in your business, how can you expect others to invest in a business, right? So if you have worked a couple of years, then definitely you can use that money as a startup capital, and probably sit down and calculate how much your expenses are going to be, and have a plan for at least a year where you can survive if you don't have a lot of revenues. And then if you have a plan for a year, then I think 1 year is good enough time to build your startup and build revenues, at least enough revenues so that your business can cover its own costs. So financial stability is going to be a challenge, and we have to face it, and we should be ready for that.
That's actually a great point, Namrata. And like until now, we had a lot of entrepreneurs come in, but none had like elaborated on this point where they just switch from the profession to entrepreneur. How it feels. Financial stability is actually a major point. Even
It
Anity
is
put,
important.
yeah,
How are you going to put food on the table if you're not going to? I mean, if you
exactly.
have to run your business, you have to be healthy also, right? You have to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally. Unless if you don't have those things, you're not going to be able to run a business. And to have that health, you need to have money. So you have to find a way, either save up money and then start your business, or probably move in with your family if you're living alone, or stay with your friends or cousins to split the expenses. But you have to find a way, because frankly speaking, no business is going to start making money from day one. We all know that. So we
That's
have to find a way to put food on the table, like somehow. And one another great way of people of the way people can do it is, like, try to do maximum research while you still have your job. Because I think legally, I don't know how many companies allow you to have a business while you're working. A lot of companies don't allow, like, while you're working you can't have a business of your own. Some companies allow, some companies don't, depends. But if at least you can do your research part while you still have your job, it's going to save you a ton of time and save you a ton of money, so that after you quit your job, you're ready to launch. Like, if you just launch and then if you just quit and then you think, okay, now I'm going to start, you're going to spend a lot of time, and time is running, and you have your bills to pay. So I would say that, like, that's what I did all the research while I still had my job, and when I felt confident that, yeah, now I can work full time on my business and it requires my full time and attention, is when I quit. So planning is important, because otherwise it's going to be difficult to uh,
that's actually quite an important point, Namrata. It was
yeah.
great talking to you.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to thank Ms. Namrata Agarwal, founder and CEO of Vicious Lifestyle, for a beautiful speech, and request her to share her email ID in the chat box for any queries our attendees might have. I would also
Yes.
like to invite Mr. Daniel Top to commence his speech and share his insights.
Hello,
Welcome,
everybody.
Daniel.
Thank you very much for inviting me. As you can see, it's a little dark behind me. I'm in Bali at the G20, and sorry for the background noise. I try to find a quiet place where I have access to the internet so that I can speak to you all. And I hope that you can hear me through my headphones without too much
Yeah,
background
you're
noise.
clearly audible, Daniel.
All right.
That's great.
Cool. So I've been following not all of you, because I'm in a business meeting here parallel to this, and I couldn't schedule it differently, so I'm sorry. But I'm very familiar with the topic and the discussions since a long, long time. You might not see that I'm 50 years old, but I am. And so I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience that I aggregated over the decades. And this is also, I was one of the first in the world calling myself Ecopreneur, like almost 30 years ago. So I just wanted to share some of those experiences and insights to start with, because if you're in that business and the more you deep dive into the topic of sustainability, the more you will understand that everybody has a different view on what sustainability really means. And that doesn't only take cultural differences into account, but also, of course, natural resources. For example, here in Bali, everything grows. And elsewhere on the planet, it doesn't. So is it sustainable to import an apple from far away if it doesn't grow at your place? Those questions are so difficult to answer that I find, just a personal opinion, the discussion extremely difficult to go globally, to establish globally some type of measurements that claim to be sustainable. CO2 is only 0.4% of our atmosphere. Other gases are much more harmful. Like, for example, I live in Switzerland. It is known to be the land of the cows, right? I mean, India as well, but for a different reason. But so what I'm trying to say is taxing cows because they emanate so much gas is something that is seriously discussed. And I asked myself, in what type of world do we live in? I grew up in Africa, in Kenya, and Burundi in the 80s. I was born in 72. And so when I was a child in Africa, I always asked myself, why are, sorry to say it, but back in the days in the 80s, that was a simple childhood thinking. Why are Africans poor, or black people poor and white people rich? And so I never got a real answer to this question. Only when I studied economics, I understood why that is. And the geopolitical situation of our world is mainly driven by one rule, which is first comes the power, then comes the money. So first you enter a country like the British did in China to destroy the empire, to then extract the value. I'm a currency architect. My core expertise is how monetary systems function, which is extremely complex. It's more or less the same as weather. Weather is extremely complex. If you, for example, want to cross the Atlantic with a boat, with a yacht, after 1 week, you're in God's hands, because we can't, even the best supercomputers on the world cannot predict the weather more than a couple of days. So that is, mathematically speaking, because there are so many variables, unknown variables or unknown unknowns. We call it the unknown unknowns. Maybe you've heard of it. And so we don't know the unknown unknowns. We know the known unknowns. And of course, there's the known knowns. But in mathematical terms, it's impossible to calculate a result, which counts for the economic and financial system, same for the weather system. Now, how, I ask that question seriously, how arrogant can any human being on this planet be if no supercomputer in the world is able to calculate the weather for more than a week, to think that we know what's happening on this planet in 50 years? Or, like the sea level will be, like 1-2 meters more in 2050. I grew up in the 80s in Germany. I'm German born, but in Germany in the 80s, it was said the acid rain will destroy within 20 years Germany. Today, 40 years later, Germany is greener than ever. I am an Arctic traveler. I love to travel to the Arctic regions. I have been to Greenland. I can prove it. In Greenland, it's getting warmer, yes. But what happens is, everybody knows who is in a cold country, the warmer it gets, the more snow. So what happens is the Greenland ice shield is actually getting thicker because of the snow. More snow, warmer weather, more snow. If it's really cold, no snow. So there's more pressure on the ice shield. Of course, there's glaciers calving because of the pressure on the ice shield and a big scale. Now, this phenomena nobody talks about. Same in Iceland, same in many other Arctic countries. More snow. So everything that you hear is basically an assumption or a belief, but it's not a scientific truth. Everything, if it comes to sustainability. So what I'm saying is, the discussion about sustainability is none that anyone in this world can answer. Therefore, the solutions we are working on is and that's my biggest criticism, is purely monetary driven. We believe if we do good, we will make some money on this or that product. We believe that if we do, I don't know, plastic bags out of maize, the oceans will be less polluted. All good. It's not that we, don't have an impact, but we cannot measure it. Therefore, my solution seeking was on a different level. If it's not about sustainability, if it's more about belief, okay, let's leave this up to the religions. If it's money driven because it's a business model, sustainability is a business model, a big business model, then look at that business model. What drives that business model and how can we overcome the obstacles of that business model? It's actually very simple and complex, at the same time. Our debt-based monetary system is about to implode or explode, depending on from which angle you look at it. We are facing stagflation in the world, rising prices, which is called inflation, less demand because there's nothing to buy. COVID and other things that happened led to supply chain disruptions. In Europe, the ongoing war is leading to more supply chain disruptions. And so this will have a great impact on what we're talking about. And only rich countries that are doing well can discuss sustainability issues. In Africa, where I grew up, if you fight for your survival, there's no sustainability. So it's about a rich world problem. It's about money, and it's about a business model. The business model is pretty simple. You want to make money, but in order to make money in a zero-sum game, our monetary system is a zero-sum game. There's only a limited amount of money in the world. So if you want to have more money, you need to extract the liquidity, the value out of the equation, out of the economy, out of the planet, out of humans. It's exploitation, nothing else. So if you seriously want to solve that problem of exploiting the world, exploiting human labor, and to really change this for the better of the world, of the planet, of the humans, you need to change the monetary system. Otherwise, you will never change anything. There's a very famous saying of a not very known economist. He said, if we don't change the way money is created and distributed, we will never change anything because it's only a small drop. Whatever we do, it's only a small drop on the very hot stone, as we say in Germany. So that said, we need to change the way money is created. And this is what I have been working on in order to overcome those issues. And this means money has to become abundant. We need to get rid of the debt-based monetary system. We need to, create positive money. There's a big organization in the UK, positivemoney.org, if you want to check it out. Unless we do this, unless we change this, we have a chance to succeed, to make the world a better place for us, for the future generations, and of course for the planet, and not destroy everything for the money. Circular economy plays into it. But
Daniel, I had a question here.
Yeah, just one last sentence.
Yeah.
Circular economy plays into this, but it will not work without a different monetary system. That's it.
That's great, Daniel. I had a question here. Since you said money impacts everything, and
Yes.
you need to know what drives a business model in order to suggest some sustainable changes. So do you think if manufacturing industry, startups and businesses could have a side-by-side service range of providing sustainable products for packaging, it could impact on a large scale?
Yeah, that's actually where the solution lies. So whenever you have a business, no matter which type of business, you always try to reduce your costs and sell for the highest price in order to have the biggest profit margin, which is the problem. This is problem by design. You can only overcome that if you really want to do it sustainably, if you want to produce sustainably, then the profit margin would shrink. So this is the problem. And this counts for everyone. Consumers only have very little impact on the production. I found out it's 4%. So 96% is not driven by consumers. So that means those 96% is what we need to target in order to solve that profit margin problem. And that can only be solved through a different monetary system, which to come to the solution, if you want to ask me for the solution, there's only one solution, which is those who create value in a sustainable, let's say sustainable way, whatever sustainability means. But if we really want to get into this, those who do that need to be able to create their own money based on the value that they create, which means basically producers become banks. Or even more like central banks. They create their own money for the future production to be produced in order to not have the profit margin problem. And then once it is produced, they sell it, and the receiving of the money is deleting their self-issued credit. So that's then a completely different accounting game. Somebody was talking about accounting before. If you basically create your whole turnover in advance, upfront, then you produce, then you have a completely different calculation in accounting. And if every legal entity does that by themselves, you don't have money be a limited commodity anymore. Then you get into positive money, into money becoming abundant for those who create value. Of course, there's social, and other elderly people that you need to take care of in a society, but that's a different discussion. But this is the fundamental shift. You don't need central banks or banks to create money and put the money into circulation and ask for more money back through interest. You need to enable producers to become their own money creators in order to self-finance their production. And this is where the solution really lies on a global scale. And that then will change the profit margin game, which is the biggest problem of the world.
That's a great recommendation, Daniel. That could be a possible solution too. Aditi, if you could have any other questions for Mr. Daniel?
No, not at all.
I guess then we can proceed.
Yeah. So we would like to thank Mr. Daniel Top for his knowledgeable speech and request him to share his mail in the comment box for any queries our attendees might have. Now
thank you very much for having me. I have to say
Thank
goodbye.
you.
And we're working on the monetary solution, just so you know. In case you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. And thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Darshan C, Director of Jagruti Tech Private Limited, to commence his speech.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, can you share the presentation I have sent you? Is it available with you?
Darshan, I guess you can also share your screen.
Yeah, sure. Is it my screen? Can you see my screen?
Not yet, Darshan.
Not yet. What's wrong? One minute. Checking actually.
Yeah. Just click on the present now icon, the third icon from the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's visible, Darshan.
Yeah. Is presentation visible?
We can see a blank screen for now. We could just switch.
Yeah. Next, I will change it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name Darshan. I'm the founder and director of Jagrutech Private Limited. So, actually, I'm the inventor of negative carbon footprint product, and I have 5 years of experience in waste management. So, I want to share you the my Ecopreneur journey with you. So, first, I will go with I started my entrepreneurship journey 5 years back. So, first, I want to share you that have you ever wondered if there is any industry that creates lakhs of jobs while banishing pollution, dengue, and lowering greenhouse gases emissions? So that will be a for the time being that will be a upcycling the waste. So we are from Jagrutech Private Limited. Our vision is to reduce 1 degree Celsius temperature in India. To do that, we are manufacturing low carbon footprint products, thereby reducing carbon dioxide emission and global warming. So first, I was started as an freelancer in fiverr.com, where we will be designing the product and then 3D printing it. So I have for the students who are interested to do the ecopreneur journey, then I suggest you to first start earning online. First you start with this journey, then you can start the business. So I started earning in this fiverr.com. Then we have got the most good reviews, and I was earning about $18,000 per month. So it's very good business, and using that money I started the manufacturing unit for now. So about my business, where we are manufacturing the uh, uh, carbon negative footprint products. So first I like to talk you about the plastic. So we are all saying that plastic is very bad and it causing a lot of pollution. Yes, it's indeed causing a lot of pollution and all. But the thing is, for why the plastic is invented in the first place? Plastic is invented because to avoid the destruction of the trees. Because to manufacture the paper bags in 18th century, they were using the tree cutting the trees. So to avoid that, they invented the plastic in 19th century. So in what happened in 20th century, the mass production of plastic, actually due to mass production, the plastic getting everywhere and start polluting it and choking over the environment. So as all of you know that 8.3 billion tons of plastic has been manufactured, and then only 9% have been recycled, and 12% has been incinerated to generate energy, and other 79% has been sending into the landfill. So this causing the lot of pollution, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and it reaches the groundwater and forms the leachate and poisoning the groundwater. So even in the construction sector also, there is a lot of energy consumption and there is a dust generation also there. And as you know that in India in 2014, 78 metric ton of carbon dioxide has been emitted. Due to this, there is an increase in temperature from 2 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. So if this happens, if this continues, then temperature of India will be keep on increasing if we don't take action right now. So I like to elaborate about the plastic first. I want to educate the people regarding the plastic. So there are two types of plastic according to our research. So first one is high value plastic, which are hard plastics, which can be recycled again and again. So this doesn't harm our environment. So because it can be recycled 10 times. So these plastics are not harmful, and it can be recycled and it can be resale. So this doesn't harm our environment, and it has a less carbon footprint also. So there comes second types is the low value plastics, which is the low value plastics are packaging plastics like chips cover, biscuit cover, chocolate covers, and single use plastic. All these plastics are non recyclable, so this cannot be recycled again, and these plastics are sending into the landfill and it causing the pollution. So high value plastics are not harming our environment, but these low value plastics are harming our environment. So we want to take action in this low value plastics. So as all of you know that the plastics get degraded and it converted into microplastic, and then it is eaten by the fishes. Then we are indirectly consuming the plastic waste. So if this continues, then rather than a positive or B positive, then we will be a plastic positive in our blood. It will be found. So for our future generation, we are giving this where air is polluted from the plastic and land is polluted, water is getting polluted. So are we giving our future generation this kind of pollution? So to do that, we have found a solution where we call this a material recovery facility, where all waste is segregated into useful products like plastic or metals, or even organic waste will be converted into organic manure that can be used as a compost. So our main invention is that all the low value plastic, like I said before, where there are chips cover, biscuit cover, chocolate covers, all these will be converted into this eco interlock paver. This is my invention. Actually, it's a patented invention. So by manufacturing one paver, we will be saving about 2.5 kg of carbon dioxide emission. So that's the what we are already started the manufacturing unit in Mysore. So this will be reducing the global warming, and we have tied up with the government entity here, and they are supporting us. So this is an all media which came. So we are planning to manufacture other products like stone roof tiles and interlock bricks, road dividers using the same material. And our main intention is that we are to convert linear economy into circular economy. As of now, you know that the product will be manufactured, then it will be sending into the landfill. This is the linear economy. So it's not coming into the circular economy. So we are planning to get those waste and segregate those waste, and then recycle it and upcycle it, and then giving back to the producers, so that it forms a circular economy. So we are also planning to make bars like this, so it can be used in a construction. And we have also made a biocomposite plastic using a rices and also bamboo. So all this using those waste, we have made this single-use spoons and plates and even coffee mugs using coffee husk waste. So all these are all made from bamboo waste, which can be pallets used in industrial sector. Even tiles, footpath tiles, you can be used in footpath tiles. So what are the opportunities available for the students is that the recyclable garbage may help generate rupees 30,000 crore of revenue per year. So there is a lot of opportunity for students who are interested to do business in this sector. So try to do some projects in your school so that you can start the uh, business there. And also, what is the benefit by doing this business is that by uh, like I said, by manufacturing our product, we will be saving, we will be preventing 3 kg of carbon dioxide emission. So for preventing those carbon dioxide emission, we will be getting the carbon credit. So that carbon credit can be sold to the those who companies who are emitting the carbon dioxide emission. They will purchase the carbon credit, and they will pay us the amount. So if I manufacture one paver, they will be providing us 10 rupees per paver, like that. So even we can sell the product, even we can get the carbon credit also. So that will be a good business in the sector. So I want the students to do the what some small projects, like if you are interested in robotics, then robot recyclers. If you are Internet of Things, you can use the smart segregation, like that. Even you can make self-driving trucks for the waste trucks, and even robotic trash cans, which can segregate the waste in the trash cans only. So job opportunities also there in waste management, where the for 48,900 rupees per month salaries will be there. So if you get more experience, then much more amount will be paid. So projects will be can be done using some your innovative skill. So by doing this, we will be reducing carbon footprint, and we will create healthy community also, and we create 100 plus job opportunity in marginalized groups. So by doing this, we will reduce plastic pollution. Even we are creating the awareness programs here in Mysore, where even local peoples are giving us the waste, segregated waste, to upcycle this. So even we are supporting the circular economy also. Thank you, everyone.
Darshan, your speech was quite informative and intellectual too. But again, a small question here.
Yeah.
Since most of our attendees are like just bachelors or graduates, would you like to elaborate on the term carbon footprint, linear and circular economy a bit? Basics.
Yeah, sure. So linear economy, like I said, when a person purchases a product like a biscuit, So after using it, he will throw it to the dustbin, that plastic cover. So after throwing the plastic covers into the dustbin, then they directly dumped it into the landfill by the corporation. So after that, it has a low value. So even rack pickers doesn't show any interest to pick that up. So, but he will pick it up the high value plastics like the plastic bottles and the hard plastics. This can be recycled and it has a more value. So he will pick it up. So he doesn't pick up the plastic packagings because it doesn't have any value. So it sits there in the landfill, and that will be in summer season it will get burned, and in winter season the carbon monoxide will be released. So this is linear economy. So it is getting destroyed by polluting our environment. So that will be a linear economy. So circular economy is that after the user using the plastic basket, so the packaging will be in dustbin. That we, if they are willing to do the recycling, then they can give to us the plastic packaging. So that packaging will be recycled in our factory into useful product like eco interlock paper we are manufacturing. Those papers will be purchased by the Nestle company or any Parle-G companies. They are interested to buy our products. Even Mysore City Corporation in government entity here, they are also interested to buy our products. So this will generate the revenue also, and even we will pay the amount for the rack pickers also. So this generates the revenue for rack pickers. So there will be there will be a formation of circular economy. So that will how we are giving the end solution for the this plastic packaging waste and even for landfill waste.
That's a great thing, Darshan. Would you like to elaborate on exactly how what a carbon footprint is and how do you help reduce it?
Yeah, so the carbon footprint is that the total energy consumption to make that product, and the amount of carbon dioxide emitted during the production, after the production also. So the amount that will be calculated. So how much carbon dioxide has been emitted during this production and after the production. The transportation will be involved after the production till it reaches the consumer. So the total amount of carbon dioxide emitted and total energy consumed. So this will be calculated, and that will be calculated and compared with the other products. So whether it is sustainable or not will be calculated. So our products, when we calculated compared to concrete pavers, ours is a 80% is lesser in carbon footprint because we do not use water, and we also using lesser energy, and we are converting the waste which are sitting in the landfill. So this actually has a lesser carbon footprint. There will be less energy consumption and less carbon dioxide emission.
That's a great, like contribution to the community as well as the environment.
Thank you.
Darshan, would you like to state one or two projects that our students could cover up in their college on this?
Yeah, actually, in the recent, so many students in Mysore, they are actually doing the one dustbin. Okay, so if anyone throws a paper or a plastic, it automatically get segregated in the dustbin itself. So that's the really good thing by the student. So but second PUC student, it's been done here. So I was really impressed. So even students can try out simple things in their school projects. If the school, if the school insists, so they can help the students. Even if it is a unique idea, then there's a lot of opportunity from the government itself, as you'll know. So government only helping the students to patent it if it is a unique idea, and there is a lot of funding opportunity also from the state government. So there is a lot of huge market in waste management. So no one is tapping in this waste management market. So I want the student to start thinking about this and there will be a lot of benefit. Even you can use the carbon credit also. So carbon credit also you can it is a like a patent thing. So you can earn the money by setting itself. Just by manufacturing product, you will be keep earning the money
That's
parallelly.
a great point, Darshan.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was actually quite interesting to talk to Darshan. I would like
Thank
to thank Mr. Darshan for his informative and intellectual speech, and definitely Darshan who highlighted many aspects of waste management industry from the scientific perspective, definitely, and it is quite helpful for any students that are like planning to expand into this ecopreneurship domain. I would also
thank
like to
you.
request you to share your email ID in the comment
Yeah.
box for any queries that our attendees might have. I
Sure.
would also like to thank all our guests on the panel today for making this conference such a warm and productive event with their views and insights. And I would also like to thank all the attendees personally for patiently hearing us throughout the event. We shall return tomorrow with the third sessions of Conference 1.5. Until then, stay tuned and keep dreaming.